Investigative journalist Bob Woodward has announced he will be releasing, I believe it's close to 20 audio recordings of his conversations with the failed former President Donald Trump. Some of these have started to trickle out, and they are disturbing. Now, at this point, our threshold for saying something Trump said or did is disturbing has gotten quite high. I mean, looking at all of the lists of things that he did, it really has to be something extreme to get us to say, wow, that's crazy. And that is indeed what we have here. Let's start with the first clip in which Donald Trump tells Bob Woodward, I have a plan for dealing with the pandemic. This was from, I believe, July of 2020. But I need to deploy it at a time that it will help my reelection. Not at the time where it would save the most lives. Not at the time that it would keep the most people healthy. At the time that it would be best for Trump's reelection. Listen to this.
May, more than 70,000 Americans had already died from the virus. Now, 2 months after that, in July, Trump gave Woodward a ring. And he said he finally had a plan to deal with the pandemic. But Trump wanted to wait to release it until a time when it would better help him win re-election.
Bob, you'll see the plan over the next 4 weeks. You will see the plan, Bob. I've got 106 days. That's a long time. You know, if I put out a plan now, people won't even remember it in 100. I won the last election.
No, but it's not just put out the plan, it's executed.
No, I am executing. You'll see it starting.
Overtly saying, if I do it now, people will have forgotten about it when it's time to vote. Not, if I do it now, I might save more people. No, that's not a concern. Disgusting guy. Completely amoral in every way. Immoral, in fact, I would argue. Trump compares his meeting with Kim Jong-un, the North Korean dictator, in another clip, to the sort of instant feeling of chemistry when Trump meets a woman and just knows whether it's all going to happen, if you know what I mean. Listen to this.
You meet somebody and you have a good chemistry, and there is a lot of truth to it. You meet a woman, in 1 second, you know whether or not it's all going to happen. Okay? We had a very good chemistry together. You meet...
Just strange. I mean, it's not about, it has romantic overtones necessarily, although there is some enamored feeling that we get from Trump about these dictator types. He seems enamored with the way that President Xi of China deals with drug dealers. He thinks it's great. He seems enamored in a way with Putin's attitude, and he certainly seemed enamored with Kim Jong-un. Now, interestingly, another incredible moment from these recordings is when Trump reveals classified information to Bob Woodward about weapon systems and the number of weapons Russia has. And he is just diarrhea of the mouth, classified information. Now I know, the president can declassify whatever he wants. Sure. Do you think Trump is carefully considering the impact and prudency of revealing this information to Bob Woodward? No, he's trying to brag.
I have built a weapon system that nobody's ever had in this country before. We have stuff that you haven't even seen or heard about. We have stuff that Putin and Xi have never heard about before. Getting along with Russia is a good thing, not a bad thing, all right? Especially because they have 1,332 nuclear warheads.
Trump just bragging to Bob Woodward about all of the things that he knows, and then maybe, incredibly, Trump gives Bob Woodward letters from Kim Jong-un.
Nobody else has them, but I want you to treat them with respect. I understand. And don't say I gave them to you, okay?
Okay.
But I think it's okay. Normally, I wasn't going to give them to Bob, you know. Would you make a photostat of them or something?
No, I dictated them into a tape recorder.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that the best? What, you make a photostat of the letters or something? Interestingly, Woodward is sort of handling the documents with more care than Trump. And what I mean by that is Woodward isn't creating physical copies that could then be lost. Bob Woodward seems to have more consideration for the sensitive nature of these documents than even Trump himself. These are just 4 little clips, 4 little previews of what may be to come from these audio tapes. I told you folks years ago, it will take years to learn the full insanity of what took place during that 4-year period. And indeed, that is the case. It is taking years for all of this stuff to come out, and it is disturbing as it is extraordinary. As many of you know, I am fascinated by cons and scams and multi-level marketing and all of this different stuff. I recently saw Inside the Mind of a Con Artist on CuriosityStream. It's 6 episodes, and it was excellent. I don't think I would have discovered it were it not for our sponsor, CuriosityStream. CuriosityStream has all the newest and best documentary films. They've got the big titles from the well-known filmmakers. They've got valuable independent films, tons of original content that you can't find anywhere else. When I'm at home browsing my different streaming platforms, I find CuriosityStream to really have the best selection of documentaries specifically, because documentaries is all that they have, and they're always adding new titles. My audience gets access to CuriosityStream's entire library of documentaries for just $15 a year. That's 25% off. Go to curiositystream.com/Pacman or use the code Pacman. The link is down below.